The 2018 Winter Banner is underway and it's accompanied by a new Tempest Trials called Life is But Fleeting. If you're like me and you already blew all your orbs, then now's a great time to get a little back. If you manage to score at least 50,000 points, you'll be rewarded with 42 orbs, 11,000 feathers, and 80 sacred coins as per usual. You can pick up a water blessing this event, and I do have to wonder if we'll start getting the 4 new elemental blessings eventually. Our 3 sacred seals this time are attack and speed 2, fierce stance, and drive resistance. As for our reward unit, it's Winter Cecilia. She is a pretty unique unit, so don't miss out on getting both the 4-star and 5-star copy of her. As for our sacred seals, this time attack and speed 2 is a great reward. When fully upgraded, it just grants a flat +2 attack and +2 speed. Pretty much any unit will appreciate both of those stats, and if they aren't using a fancier sacred seal like heavy blade, then you really can't go wrong with attack and speed 2. I think it's a good seal to upgrade just because you can pretty much stick it on anyone. Fierce stance is a little more complex, granting +6 attack when you are attacked first. These stance skills have major competition with their related breath A skills, but they make for nice sacred seals. Fierce stance can be helpful if you have tanky units who would like a little extra damage to finish off tougher opponents. If you are running quick riposte, vengeful fighter, or just have a weapon that gives follow-up attacks, then fierce stance will gain double the value. Not every unit will be able to use stance skills effectively, but it can work out nicely for a few of those out there. Last, we have Drive Res, which grants +3 res to allies within 2 spaces. The drive skills are super simple and super easy to use. 2 spaces is a lot to work with in this game, and you can stack the effects for consistent stat boost. Having a little extra magic damage protection is nice these days, so Drive Res is a great skill to have around. For our reward unit, we have Winter Cecilia. She is an Armored Colorless Dagger Unit. She is the 2nd Armored Dagger Unit, but the only colorless dagger, with Hollow Incognito being a green Armored Dagger Unit. Cecilia sports 41 HP, 35 attack, 23 speed, 30 defense, and 36 resistance. She has a very similar stat line to Winter Erica, our new Armored Healer. I don't have Hollow Incognito, and I can't say I've run into her a lot in the arena, so I personally don't have a ton of experience with Armored Dagger units. I'm sure Cecilia will be most people's first one, and she is a really unique unit. She might even be some players' first ranged armor unit, and that can be useful for completing armor-only quests. Cecilia's weapon is the Goody Boot Plus, which I think is supposed to be a Christmas stocking, but after looking at the artwork, it appears to actually just be a giant boot. She is literally throwing boots filled with presents at people. The Goody Boot works the same as Winterfey's Glittering Breath weapon. During combat, boosts the unit's defense and res by the number of allies within 2 spaces times 2. There is a maximum boost of +6, which would be 3 nearby allies. The Goody Boots also comes with the standard Silver Dagger debuff effect, which is just a -7 defense and res debuff to the target and falls within 2 spaces after combat. This dagger is very defensive in nature. I guess you could compare it to the Rogue Dagger, which can also boost a user's defense and res, but you have to make an attack first. Cecilia is definitely a good user of the Goody Boot because with those +6 stats, she can reach 36 defense and 42 resistance, which is pretty great. She can even use Worry Fighter to minimize damage taken. For the rest of Winter Cecilia's base kit, she has Iceberg, which is good when combined with her 36 base res. Attack and res bond makes her a really strong mage killer, and defense ploy gives her long range debuffing, which she can take advantage of. Cecilia can make good use out of her entire base kit, and you are left to fill in the gaps. For B skills, it's hard not to choose one of the armor only specific skills. With only 23 speed, Cecilia will be quite vulnerable to follow-ups, and Wary Fighter can help protect her against those. If you want to go for Bold Fighter, then go for skills like Death Blow and a more offensive dagger like a Slaying Dagger or the Wo Dao type Lethal Carrot Dagger. One of the easiest setups will probably be a mage tanking build, since the Goody Boot and Attack and Res Bond already provide a ton of extra resistance. Cecilia could probably just go with Vengeful Fighter, Quick Riposte, and be a nice answer to mages, since many armors tend to struggle against them. I would even say that she could be a potential close counter user, since she gets a ton of extra stats just by being an armored unit. Overall, this is a great Tempest Trials. 3 useful sacred seals with attack and speed 2 and drive res being useful on just about any unit out there. I wouldn't say any of them are must upgrades, but they fill the role of being skills that can be useful in all kinds of situations, which is exactly what the sacred seal slot should be for. As for Winter Cecilia, she is a no-brainer to get. She is one of only 2 Armored Dagger units in the game, and she is the only colorless Armored Dagger at that. With access to more stats than infantry daggers and armor exclusive skills, Cecilia has a ton of room to grow as far as dagger units go. While her goody boot is a good defensive weapon, I'm sure she could also use daggers like the barbed shuriken or the smoke dagger. She is potentially a really strong candidate for close counter, and the fact that she can be merged eventually thanks to heroic grails is something to consider. While I doubt she will become a super oppressive unit, I think she'll be fun to try out. Getting a free flying dagger unit in air and a free armored dagger unit in Cecilia is pretty neat because daggers are definitely still underused. Maybe one day the class will get an exclusive skill or something that will really benefit their use of debuffs. Thanks for watching, good luck summoning for winter units, and go grab these cool rewards. I'll see you guys in the next video.